back to the daily grind. Thanks for checking out the channel. Make sure to subscribe if you're new and hook your boy up with a like if you're not a baby back bagel biting bitch boy, cause you know what time it is. It's full time.
MMA.
Bless up. Max Holloway's coming through with some good news for everybody. If you're a Max Holloway fan, if you're an MMA fan, it don't matter. We got good news. Max Holloway's coming out and he said that he had a great meeting with the UFC, and he said he believes his next opponent will be Frankie Edgar, and he believes it will be before the end of the year, which is great. We know the UFC likes to stack their UFC, their end of the year cards, which will be UFC 219 this year or UFC 218 in Detroit. They're even talking about a huge card in January. So we've got a lot of fights coming up, man, that are going to be at the end of the year. Great fights. Max Holloway versus Frankie Edgar. Man, there's history here for this title fight. If you remember, Frankie Edgar has beat BJ Penn 3 times, if I remember correctly. I know he's beat him 3 times. Maybe one of them was like a split or something, or one of them was a draw, but BJ Penn never beat Frankie Edgar. Well, Frankie Edgar said he's looking forward to destroying another Hawaiian champion, which is Max Holloway. Max Holloway's beat pretty much everybody in the division, almost literally everybody that's not named Frankie Edgar. This will be a fresh matchup for Max Holloway, who's on a 9 or 10 fight winning streak. The last person Max Holloway lost to was Conor McGregor. He's beat Cub Swanson, Jose Aldo, Ricardo Lamas, everybody, all the top contenders at featherweight. Max Holloway's pretty much already taken out except for Frankie Edgar. This will be him. If he beats Frankie Edgar, he'll have probably literally cleared out the division. I can't think of anybody in the top 5, or even there's probably one person in the top 10, but I can't think of anybody in the top 5 Max Holloway hasn't already beat except for Frankie Edgar. Now think about these other divisions, some of these other champions. Some of them haven't fought anybody in the top 5. Cody Garbrandt, Conor McGregor, they haven't fought anybody in the top 5 of their division, except for Dominic Cruz whenever he won the belt, and I guess Eddie Alvarez whenever he won the belt. I'm talking about defended their title, or just if it wasn't the title fight, because Conor McGregor only fought once at lightweight. That was Eddie Alvarez for the title. He hasn't fought. Nate Diaz, he's ranked number 6, so still in the top 5. You get the point. Max Holloway's one of the champions that clears out his division. Now, what that means to you, who knows? You might not give a fuck about somebody clearing out their division and defending their belt. But to me, that's impressive, and I value that. So Cody Garbrandt, Conor McGregor, they're champions and shit. And Conor McGregor and Cody, they're not even in the same boat. Conor McGregor is a champ. He went on to do boxing. Cody Garbrandt, and he's a new champion, but still, he hasn't defended the belt versus anybody in the top 5 either yet. So Max Holloway, man, he's a champion's champion. He's a fighter's fighter. He's a guy that loves to fight. He's very active. He'll fight whoever you put in front of him. He's not backing down. What he did to Jose Aldo was beyond impressive. I mean, arguably what Max Holloway did to Jose Aldo was more impressive than what Conor McGregor did to Jose Aldo, because Max Holloway showed that he will beat Jose Aldo down in a fight. It don't matter how long the fight's going, how you want to take the fight, what your game plan is. I'm gonna win. Max Holloway didn't just go in there and land one shot and the fight was over. You know what I'm saying? So people still want to see Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo, just to see, oh, I wonder how Conor would do if the fight didn't end in 13 seconds. 13. But Max Holloway, you don't really need to see that again. You know what I'm saying? He dominated Jose Aldo like we've really never seen Jose Aldo dominated before. So Max Holloway is a fucking force to be reckoned with. I kind of figured the UFC would get the deal done. He was having a contract dispute with the UFC because he felt like he earned, which I believe he did, he felt like he earned a better contract. And he even said, before my Jose Aldo fight, they said it's big game hunting. If you go out here and get this job done, we're going to give you what you want. So now he's been holding out for it, and it's looking like the UFC's coming over, and they're just waiting to finalize the deal. And once they finalize the deal, I believe we'll see Max Holloway versus Frankie Edgar, hopefully in December, man. UFC 220 is looking like it's going to be huge in January, so I really don't care. December, January, either way, I know I can't fucking wait, and I'll be watching the fight. And if you're not planning on watching Max Holloway versus Frankie Edgar, I don't even know why you're listening to this channel, to be honest. It is what it is, man. Let the haters know what the fuck you tap in the comments. I'm out. A man walks into a bar and says, "Give me a beer before the problems start." He drinks the beer and then orders another and says, "Give me another beer before the problems start." The bartender looks confused. This goes on for a while, but after the 5th beer, the bartender's totally confused and asks the man, "When are you going to be paying for these beers?" The man answers, "Now the problems start."